Welcome to the channel. Think about the last 2 decades. The 2008 global financial crisis. The 2020 pandemic. The inflation shock of 2022. Banks failed. Markets panicked. Trillions of dollars vanished. And yet, the global financial system is still standing. So here's the real question. Why hasn't the system collapsed? Was it resilience? Or was the system deliberately redesigned to survive at all costs? According to classical economic theory, major crises are supposed to cleanse the system. Weak companies fail. Bad investments disappear. Excessive debt gets wiped out. That's how capitalism is meant to reset itself. But look at what actually happened. In 2008, large banks should have collapsed. They didn't. They were rescued. In 2020, global economic activity stopped. Yet markets recovered faster than ever. In 2022, inflation reached levels not seen in decades. Still, the system survived. So ask yourself this. Why do modern crises no longer reset the system? The answer is simple, but uncomfortable. The financial system is no longer allowed to fail naturally. In the past, crises were uncontrolled events. Today, crises are managed. Central banks no longer just set interest rates. Their primary role is preventing systemic collapse. After 2008, one concept became official policy. Too big to fail. If an institution is large enough, its failure is considered unacceptable. At that moment, the purpose of the system changed. The goal is no longer efficiency or fairness. The goal is survival. The answer is simple, but uncomfortable. So how is collapse prevented? Through liquidity. When crises hit, central banks inject massive amounts of money into the system. This process is known as quantitative easing. In simple terms, money is created digitally and injected into financial markets. After 2008, the balance sheets of major central banks exploded. After 2020, this expansion reached historic levels. Trillions of dollars were created in months. Yes, this prevented collapse. But it also distorted prices, inflated asset values, and fueled inequality. Now ask yourself one critical question. What happens when this money can never be withdrawn? The answer is simple, but uncomfortable. So how is collapse prevented? Money printing alone doesn't keep the system alive. There's another layer most people never see. Accounting rules were quietly changed. Losses were deferred. Debt was restructured. Insolvent institutions were labeled temporarily illiquid. Many companies and banks are technically bankrupt. They just aren't allowed to be recognized as such. Problems are no longer resolved. They are postponed. And every postponement makes the system more fragile. This leads to the most important insight. Crises are no longer designed to cleanse the system. They are used to reshape it. During crises, governments gain more control. Regulation expands. Centralization increases. Decisions that would never be accepted in normal times become possible under fear. So ask yourself this. If a system survives but freedom shrinks, is that really stability? The financial system is not strong because it is healthy. It survives because it is constantly redesigned. But that redesign comes with a cost. More debt. More dependency. Less margin for error. A sudden collapse may never come. Instead, the system becomes tighter, more rigid, and more vulnerable with every crisis it survives. That is the real danger. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.